Australian politics, a challenging week for the federal government, but will the opposition stand in the way of proposed changes to tax cuts? Joining me now is former Howard Government Minister, of course, and Bondi Partners Senior Advisor Peter McGauran. Peter, the PM, there was a movie called Risky Business. This is risky business.
Exactly. He's taken the biggest risk of his political life and he broke a promise and he will pay a political price, Tim. It's just a question to what extent. And it allowed the Leader of the Opposition, Peter Dutton, to call him a liar, and nobody disagreed. He did lie. But he's gambling, as you suggest, that the benefit to a large number of people will outweigh those who have lost out by him reneging on his commitment for stage 3 of the tax cuts, and it helps get him out of the hole of cost of living.
I heard an analyst on Kieran's program, my brother, yesterday, and he said promises, political promises, it's a real problem if you promise a bridge and you don't build it. But if you break a promise where more people are going to benefit, which it looks from the outside looking in, more people are going to get tax cuts, is that as big a problem?
Look, it's not as big a problem. It's clever. And I was with Kieran Gilbert earlier in the week, and I suggested that don't underestimate the Prime Minister. He's cunning, and that's proven to be the case. However, Tim, you can't so blatantly break a promise and not think people are going to think less of you, and it will feed into a perception. Remember, he's broken a promise on the superannuation. Again, for people who've got $3 million or more, broken the promises of saving $247 per household. And then there's the policy issues.
He's not Robinson Crusoe.
He's not Robinson.
Politicians.
I agree, but the secret of success is to elevate yourself above the rank of ordinary politician. Nobody's succeeded to date except for John Howard.
What about Peter Dutton saying, let's do an election right now?
Hyperbole, but he should. He's got to ramp it up. This is a gift to an opposition leader. And
if you play it right.
If you play it right, and he will oppose the Albanese watering down of the stage 3 tax cuts through the parliament, I would expect.
Yeah, it's a fair bit of water to go under the bridge.
There is, but the polls will soon tell us whether or not. How much damage? Yeah. I will concede this won't bring down Albanese, but it could be a substantial undermining of him and a characterisation of him in the public's eye that he can't shake in the next year or two.
Yeah, it does play to everything that you said at the back end of last year. You said this first 6 months is all about cost of living. It's all about that middle Australia that is under pressure, is struggling and struggling to pay the most simple things that we would consider.
But he shouldn't be in this deeper hole. Every Prime Minister, every government is underwater on the issue of cost of living, Tim, around the world, but not as deep as this government. He was asleep at the wheel.
The referendum probably didn't help, did it?
Correct.